We're back. The story goes, baby, now I got the glow. I was thinking about, like, I feel like it's been a while since I made a live where I'm just purely talking about sales, which is a science in itself, right? But there are a lot of people that are starting their journey, my mentees, people that have bought in DBA within the last month, within the last 2-3 months, and they just feel stuck. And I kind of make my lives where I'm like kind of talking about the whole beginner process. And there's a process to it. You cannot just start. You cannot go and just buy DBA today and boom, start selling out the gate. It's not going to work. You might get some good luck sales, you know, some beginner's luck type of things, but it just doesn't work that way. And that's what a lot of people do, is they just, okay, oh, this sells well for somebody, let me go buy it, stick it in a store, slap some stuff together, and just get out there and start presenting my deal, and then wonder why I'm not making sales. It's not that cut and dry. It's not that easy. It's not hard, but there is a process with steps that people, I feel, don't really want to take. And that's okay. Business is not for everybody. Selling is not for everybody. It just is what it is. Some people are going to put the work in because they want it bad enough. They want to change their life bad enough. Some people won't. Some people are and will always be that instant gratification type of person. Putting on some body shimmer, guys. Sorry, this stuff smells so good. Tropic Glow by Tree Hut. I am obsessed with Tree Hut. So, yeah, most of my videos are talking about the whole process because it's important. I don't want to just get on here constantly like, okay, guys, this is how you sell. Because you're going to go out there and you're going to immediately try to sell, but have you done the prior steps? Which we'll probably dive into a little bit because that's just me and who I am. You can go on my store, on my profile, and the first option in my store is my freebie that I just made. And in that freebie has my 8 steps to starting digital marketing. Yes, you need to do all the steps. Yes, you need to try to do them as much in order as you can. I am very into teaching one step at a time because from experience and what I've seen, people that are new, they come in and they might want to do all the steps correctly the way that they should and not jump into it and sell. But the problem is they're trying to juggle every step at one time because they want results. They want to start making money. They're in a space of desperation. We're all here for the same reasons. We all want a better quality of life, to have more money, to have more time with our kids. Like, we all want that. But are you going to rush it and not do it correctly and then say it's a scam? Are you going to just be like, oh, it's not for me, and give up because there's some extra steps and it takes more time than you were hoping? And some people are just flat out taught incorrectly, and that's a shame. And it's not really, you know, if somebody comes out and they're trying to sell because they were taught to do that, you can't really be mad at that person because they were taught incorrectly, and that is what it is. If you're newish to me and don't really know the steps that I preach and all that jazz, go grab that freebie and go through those steps. Okay, maybe you've went through most of them, some of them, and you can start on step 4 or step whatever. But if you skipped a step, backtrack and go do that step. Okay, those steps are essential. Why? The biggest thing that I see people, I'm gonna look crazy, guys. I'm sorry, but not sorry. The biggest mistake and mistakes that I feel like I see when it comes to new people trying to sell, they have no branding established. Does your branding have to be perfect when you're starting out? No. Does everything have to be concrete with your branding when you start? Absolutely not. I don't think I had a tagline for my business until my 2nd or 3rd month. I just kind of went with some basic things and ran with it. What are your morals in your business? What are your ethics in your business? Which sounds kind of like, is that really important? It is important. Let me tell you why. A lot of my following and people that are on here that are loyal customers to me, they stand behind me. They stand behind anybody else's products that I recommend, any products that I launch and create. because of my branding, because they know that I'm ethical. They know that they can trust me. They know that I'm not going to buy every single viral thing and present it to them to sell it and make some money. And that if I think it's garbage, I'm not going to present it to them. I am a go-to for a lot of people because of that trust and that branding. They know that quality is a part of my brand. I will not put things in my store that are garbage. I don't care if it's viral. I don't care if 700 other people in other groups are saying, this is amazing, like everybody needs this. I'm not putting it in my store, and my people aren't getting it. So there is a subconscious but also conscious trust and value that all comes from my brand and how I speak and how I practice and just the actions I take as a business. Okay, so when you sit down as a beginner and you're like, do I really need to work on branding? Or you're like, do I, just have some fonts and colors that I like and have a logo? Branding is so much deeper than that. Branding is who you are behind your business, your brand story. Why are you wanting to do business? What brought you here? What in your life did you go through to bring you to this space to be like, I need a business. I need my own income. What's your brand story? And you can get as personal as you want to. You don't have to share your whole life bio with everybody. I'm a very open book, and I know that. But, try to get some sort of, personability. I don't think that's a word. Try to get some level of personal with people so that it's relatable and you're not just a business. That's one of the biggest things that I see people do is they either don't work on branding at all because they don't really think it's important. Branding is huge, huge. And you don't have to perfect it before you're like, okay, I'm done with branding and move to the next step. Do some basics, okay? I have a free branding planner in my freebie that's in my store. Go get it. If you don't know what your niche is, you're struggling with your niche, there's a free Find Your Niche workbook in that freebie that's in my store. Go get those 2 things and get started. So that is mistake numero uno, is just people that don't have any branding back at all in their business. And people can see that you're a business, they can see what you're selling, but they're still going to be like, okay, who are you? Who is this person behind these products they're selling? So, or they do some branding, but it's those groups of people that think that branding is just colors and fonts and looking aesthetic. And branding is so much deeper than that. There are also people who don't consider fonts and colors and things like that. And why is that important? Okay. Let's pick a color, green. Okay. Pick a color, green. What companies or products do you think of when I say the color green, or when you think of green? If you hear a jingle, if you see a color scheme, a color pattern, and you're like, oh, that's McDonald's, oh, that's BP gas station, like, they did that with their branding. And they didn't just say, okay, our colors are, yellow and green. They're consistently showing it to you, to where it subconsciously sticks, where a jingle makes you think of that company, or a commercial makes you think of a certain product, or whatever, marketing. Okay, that is one of the biggest mistakes I see people do, is they go buy done for you products that have resale rights. Okay, all right, girl, I'll be here. And then they do no back work, they do no branding, they do no writing down anything with their niche and like what their vision is for what they want to sell, who they are. Like, they just take those products and run and try to sell. And that's great. You could have a great product, but that's only going to get you short-term sales, if any at all. But people are very questionable, especially, on an online space. And it's like, okay, who is this person I'm buying from? Do I trust their product? Do I trust what they're telling me? Is this just somebody else online trying to make a quick buck? Like, why am I going to buy from this person? Even if it's a great product. So yeah, branding, very important. Other mistakes. Okay, so even if, let's say, somebody works on some branding, okay, and who they are. They have branding, and maybe they implement that in, like, some of their posts. Like, here's my product, and this is my story. They've got a good story post, whatever, to entice people. They're using hooks in their posts, call to actions. They're doing all the good stuff, right? And they did the branding. They can explain who they are, why their business maybe has this product, and what they want to do, their vision, why it's going to help people, blah, 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 all that, right? The other essential that people skip so much, and I don't understand it, is gaining visibility before you ever start trying to sell. Ever. You guys hear me preach all the time. Give value, give value, give value, 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 okay? That is a huge part of the trust that my audience has with me, because I was showing up and I wasn't shoving links in their face. I wasn't shoving products in their face. I was like, hey guys, this is who I am. This is what I want to do. This is what I've learned. Let me give that to you. Because when I started digital marketing, there was a lot of gatekeeping. And I get it. I get the gatekeeping because we need to sell. We need to sell our products. And if we're not gatekeeping and we're not, there's a fear of giving too much away, I guess. Like, I'm going to give away too much information and people are not going to want to buy from me. It's the complete opposite. Complete opposite. So like every single day you guys see me on my profile, I am sharing one post every single day on my profile and in groups that is purely educational or valuable. I'm hyping you up. I'm motivating you. I am sharing like how to get your post seen more, how to get over your fear of going live, and I have seen the success that I have. I haven't had a $0 day in a very long time. And if it was possible to give away too much free information where people wouldn't buy from you, I would not be making sales. It's not possible. Give, because here's the thing, when you give tips like that every day, then you're sharing short posts. It's not full products, full books, anything like that. Even if you make a long post every day, it's about one topic. They're getting information from you, whether it's free or not. Did somebody just run through my yard? Nope, that was my pool raft. I love my life here. They're getting information in bits and pieces, okay? It's the same thing when you have those people that are like, you can just go to YouTube and just Google everything and watch YouTube videos and figure out how to have your own business. Then why are there not thousands of people that have their own business from learning on YouTube? Why would not everybody be doing that? Let's be real. Like, people need, if you look at something like a course, a guide, a book, a good ebook or whatever, a bundle of something, it's in a guided format, okay? So, okay guys, here's step this, and then very thorough into like how you do it, what you do, why you do it. You're not getting that on YouTube. You're not getting that in the free advice post that I give you guys. Like, you can't formulate a whole entire business based on that, okay? So what I'm trying to say with the second point here is that a majority of people will do the steps, but the only thing that they skip is that couple of week time period where you're posting things on your profile that are just what's going on in your life. What have you been learning in the course you have, or the reading material that you're going through, from what you've been observing in groups and behaviors, what's being talked about, what's your opinion on it, like what's your take, and just posting that for a consistent set amount of weeks on your profile and in groups. Why are we doing this? To build trust, for people to know, who are you? Who is this girl that is bringing out these products and like giving us these options of things to buy? Why do we trust her? And I say this a lot, but it's so important. When people see you, it's like a subliminal, subconscious, psychological thing, okay? There is such a psychology behind sales and how people feel towards you and your product and your business that guides them on whether or not to click that buy button. When you take that time, even if it's just a week, a solid 7 days that you show up, you're making those posts, you're not selling anything, period. No selling, okay? But you're also going into other posts in multiple groups and you're engaging. You're setting a timer anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours, or if you're a psychopath, like set it for 6 hours, I don't care. And you're engaging on other people's posts, not selling anything, not giving any links, no freebies, no persuading, nothing but education, motivation, and hyping people up. That's it. And when you do that, okay, when you do, let's say after 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or after that first week, you go to start posting your products, okay? Your low ticket products. Start with low ticket items. Don't be that person that just buys a course, a $500 course, you stick it in your store and try to sell that and only that and wonder why the hell you're not making any sales. Please don't be that person. Please don't be that person. So you start with your low ticket items, okay? And people are going to see your name. They're going to subconsciously have a trust with you that they probably don't even understand, because you spent that time showing value, showing trust, showing consistency. That's why it's important that you do this stuff every day. Because if you're only going in every 3 days, you know, once or twice a week and sharing posts and value and stuff, that's great, and you're still doing things you should be doing, but there's not enough consistency there to build that subconscious trust. When you do start making those posts and you do start trying to present things to sell, they're like, oh, I know her. They may not even know specifically why you look familiar or why they have that sense of trust, but it's there because you did that step. And a lot of people skip that step. They're in such a rush. Would you rather rush into trying to sell and just hope for the best, and people have no idea who you are, and make no sales and then burn out, you know, 30 days, 60 days down the road and be like, oh, digital marketing isn't for me, it's a scam, but you didn't do the steps the way you were supposed to do the steps? Or would you rather take a little bit more time and slow down, build a proper foundation, like with the branding we talked about earlier, okay? Do your engagement, take your time with your steps where you're not getting burnt out and you're more in control of that step that you're on, what you're doing, and have longevity in your business and be able to see what's coming up for you in your business. How many items to start with? 10 or less? Let me try to think back when I started my store. So I've always tried to have around like 8 products. This, keep in mind, okay, Spicy, that like my opinion is not everybody's opinion. I and other people have felt the same. I don't think it's a great idea. I need to plug in my phone. I don't think it's a great idea to have a ton of products in your store. There are people that have like Etsy's, that done for you market where there's just endless products. It's gonna overwhelm your buyers, especially when you have a target audience of people that are new and they're already overwhelmed and they already don't really know what to look for. They are going to scroll through pages and pages and pages of products and just not buy anything because they don't know what to do and they're overwhelmed. So I didn't have, again guys, my story is a little bit different, but I never had anything in my store over $70 until after I made my first 5K, because I did not buy a course until June, but I started in April, okay? Analysis paralysis! Girl! So I would start, if somebody is like building a new store, let me think here. So you want to have one good freebie, okay? Freebies are a whole separate topic, but you want to start building and having leads. Even if you're not diving into email marketing right away. I didn't start with email marketing until like 2 months in. Email marketing scared the shit out of me. I don't know why, because I don't have a problem with writing. But even if you're like, I'm not messing around with email marketing, or you think you're never going to do it, have a leads list. Be collecting leads. Just do it, okay? You want to have like a super low ticket item, anywhere from like $1 to $5. The reason being for low ticket offers, and why low ticket offers are so important, it gives your customer, say you have a good freebie and there's good value in it, right? And they're kind of wanting to move up into that next step psychologically of being a buyer with you. Instead of them going and saying, oh, they have a good freebie, let me go get this $300 course from them. That does not really happen, okay? Unless you are like speaking like marketing gospel and they're like, okay, I'll buy anything they have in their store. But generally, they're going to want to buy something cheaper and smaller first. Low ticket offer is going to give your buyers a place to be like, okay, I don't mind throwing away $3 to $5 to see what type of value their paid products have, right? So that's going to increase your likelihood that they're going to go in with a low ticket offer, get that from you, be like, dang, this is great, okay? So mine is my Facebook daily to-do list. It's $3. It should be more, okay? Because that list is banging. Like, there's so many people that are like, I don't know what to do on social media. I get lost. Why do I feel like at the end of the day I've got nothing done? I'm like, here, boom, have this checklist. do these things every single day, you will see growth. The key is doing it every day and being consistent. I can't make you show up for yourself. So being consistent. So have like a super, super low ticket item, and then you can have those low to mid ticket offers. So things that are anywhere from like $10 to $30, $40. Have 1 2 of those. When it comes to high ticket offers, okay, and high ticket is different for many people. For some people, high ticket is over $500. For some people, high ticket is $300 to $500. For me, high ticket is like anything $100 or over. I'm a frugal ass person, okay? So if you don't have a course yet, or you're not in a space to like have and offer a course or make something your own that's high ticket, maybe you're kind of wanting to lean into that stuff, make a bundle. Make a dope bundle of, you know, products. There are so many like PLR bolts, private label right bolts with done for you products. You can make a whole huge bundle of planners that are mental health planners, or you know, a whole bundle of travel things, journals, planners, templates, worksheets, whatever it be, and that can be your higher ticket item. So folks get to, yes, exactly. Okay, great, Spicy, because I know you just got into my mentorship and that is what we teach. Excuse me. That is what we teach and follow, and there is those 8 steps that are in my freebie. Okay, so that first month, really the first 3 weeks of learning visibility, being in the background, setting up your store, finding what products resonate with you and your branding work that you did, getting people to see who you are, so that subconscious trust is there. It's more about the psychological, like the familiarity that people have with you, and they associate your name with valuable posts and valuable tips and valuable things, and you're giving. So they're more inclined to have that trust with you when you are selling. I feel like I do see a decent amount of people that struggle with, like, they'll get leads, but they struggle with turning that into sales. That is a difficult thing as a beginner. That can be hard. I will tell you, it's not as hard when you follow the steps, when you take that engagement time. And you can always, like, if you've been doing this business stuff for 6 months, or like, let's say you started in January or something, and you're like, I've not gotten really any sales, like, dang, I really didn't do a lot of branding, I didn't really do a lot of engagement. Go backtrack. There's nothing wrong with going back to basics and being like, okay, let me put my store on pause. Like, not actually, like, don't cancel your store or anything like that, but like, let me stop trying to push products, let me get out of selling mode, let me get into mode of connecting and just surrounding myself with people, connections, and really doing all those steps, and then work my way back up to selling, so that you're doing those steps appropriately. A lot of my sales, guys, to be honest with you, when I'm doing my posting and my engaging the way that I teach you guys to do it, I don't have a lot of conversations that the sales come from my DMs. I really don't. It does happen. I do have people, and this is just, if a conversation organically happens where somebody comes to me and they're like, hey, you know, I've been thinking about doing this for a while. A lot of my conversations start with the lurkers. They'll come to me and be like, I've been watching you for weeks. I've been your secret stalker. Like, I've had several people do that. And they're like, I just love how you speak about things. Like, you inspire me, da-da-da-da-da. And then we just genuinely start talking about what their goals are, what they want to do. And I'm not doing it with the intention of trying to sell them. A sale generally will come from that. But it's because I genuinely want to know what they're doing they feel isn't working, why they're struggling, what their goal is. Some people I talk to and they really decide like business is not for them, and that's okay. Some people, you know, say like, oh, like I've really been wanting to buy like DBA, but this and this and this is what I want to do, and DBA may not be the fit that they need product wise. Maybe they have a pivot of something that another product of mine is going to help them with. So some sales do generate from conversations, but a lot of times, and a lot more of my focus is making posts the right way to be seen and get boosted. And then people coming to me for the information, I give them the link that they're requesting from the appropriate post. But I also let them know, like, if you're struggling with anything, if you need some advice on a topic, like, I'm here. Some people just want the link and they go and buy it, or they don't. And then some people want to have a conversation before they buy, and we go from there. And it's all being genuine. It's really talking to somebody and not having that mindset of, oh my gosh, I got to get this sale from them. Like, you know, what are they going to buy for me? It's having that mindset of, they already have something they're going to buy from you. Everything you has value, but which is the best fit for them, and it's a matter of you presenting that to them. Does that make sense, guys? It's just people that are like, I get leads, but I can't convert them into sales. When it comes to freebies, if I see any of y'all with a freebie where you don't have something in that freebie plugging your other products, I'm going to be very upset. Okay? If you guys just have a freebie where it's just a freebie and you're not giving them some sort of like special promo code that's only for them, it's only for people downloading that freebie, here's a half off promo for this product that could help you do this. Okay? Giving them some sort of something, making them feel exclusive because they got your freebie. If you want to continue and take steps to do this, here's this paid product that I have, a low ticket offer, right? And giving them an exclusive promo code. Giving them a preview into something bigger that's a paid, you know, a paid product for you. Plug yourself in your freebies. Put something there in your freebie that is talking about, like, you know, I'm an open book. I would love to help you if you're stuck on something. Feel free to send me a message and we can chat about it without a pressure of you feeling like you need to buy something from me. That's a huge way I get people to open up is, you know, I'm here for you whether you buy from me or not. And I back that up. And I think people are just afraid that people are going to use them. And sometimes that can happen, but I really don't care because I'm not going to let that affect my genuine attitude towards people, and people will see that, and more people are going to buy than the people that are trying to take advantage of that. There's always going to be people that try to take advantage of your free guidance and information and what have you. That is always going to be what it's going to be. But don't let that stop you from giving and having heart for the people who do want to buy and do genuinely need guidance from you. Yeah, the sales funnel. Here's the thing too, in my business and the success I've had thus far, I've never used a landing page. I've never used a sales funnel. Those are great tools. I should be doing that. I don't know why I'm not doing that. But what I did initially was I read a book about sales funnels and the sales funnel process, and I learned the buying psychology. So establishing trust, freebies, low ticket offers, high ticket offers, but having tidbits of value in between those steps, right? To learn that psychology of buying with customers and their trust process with you. And I essentially have a sales funnel process in the conversations I have with people. And if they don't buy, that's okay. I'm not stressing because I'm doing so much in my post and engagement. The pipeline is going to keep coming back to me. Like, I'm not going to sit there and be mad and feel like my whole day is ruined because I had 3 people that day who seemed like they were going to buy for me but didn't buy for me. It's fine. It's fine. Some days are going to be slower. Those are really the basic, biggest mistakes that I see from people when starting as a beginner. Y'all are just in such a big rush. So yeah, people doing lack of branding, or they have the wrong idea of branding, or they're not doing branding at all, or they think branding is something that it's not. Okay. So the lack of branding, the lack of that time period of engagement and building your visibility and reputation, building that subconscious trust with your audience. Yeah, good. I'm glad we're rewiring because there's so many people that have just been taught incorrectly. And it's, you know, some of the stuff sells when you present something like make millions of dollars and do no work and get money. Like us, you know, people that have some intelligence know when it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. But people still need that instant gratification, and they're always still searching for that, you know, and people are always going to try to market that way, and it's very misleading and it's very unethical. Okay, that's my whole spiel. I know I was kind of talking about that last part of people struggling to turn leads. Like, getting leads is not really hard. It's really not. It's turning those leads into customers. And I mean, there's so many different factors that can go into that. You know, what do your conversations look like? How are you seeing selling and what selling is? So I was in banking for a while, and this forever changed my perspective on selling. I was that person. I hated anything to do with sales in a job. It got to a point where if I was applying for a new job or moving positions or whatever, I'm like, do not give me a sales role. I will not do sales. It stressed me out. It deteriorated like the quality of my life. Like, I would be stressed. I would stop smoking and then start smoking if I had a sales job. Like, I hated sales so much. And I worked in banking for a little bit, and I don't want to really say names of banks because, yeah, you just don't want to burn bridges because you never know when you're going to need that bridge. I'm pretty firm on that. But there was banks I worked at that were just real hard asses on sales. I'm talking like, you know, you have your quarter goals and your metrics, and if you didn't hit them, you would like close the bank for half a day so that management could come in and basically yell at you, and it was just a big deal. And then I got a job at one bank, and they totally changed my perspective on selling. I'm talking like their training that they had, you're not selling. And I've said this before, and I'll say it always. You are not selling, you are serving, okay? A lot of it is the mindset of what you think about what you have. First of all, do you know everything in your store that you're presenting to your customers inside and out, like the back of your hand? Do you know what you're selling? How thoroughly do you know your products? Can they ask you any question, period, about your products, and you can answer it confidently and speak about it and how it's going to help them? It's really about the confidence that you have in what you're selling. A lot of that comes with business ethics, business quality in your products. If you're somebody that is going to buy every viral guide, every viral product, stick it in your store just to sell it and get a quick buck because everyone and their mom is selling it, you're not going to have a confidence in your products because there's really no decision making behind what's in your store and how it aligns with your brand. You have to have a confidence in your products. Like, I can go into my store right now and tell you guys what I have, why I have it, what it's going to do for you, why you need it. And believe that what you have has value to the audience you're speaking to. And so that when you're having the conversation with them and you're speaking to them about these things, it's not forced. It's, I have this. It's amazing. This is why it's amazing. You told me this, this, and this about your story. You're struggling with this, this, and this. So what you're looking for is to have this, this, and this. My blank can teach you how to do that because blah, 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 blah. Hopefully that made any sense. Jeez. I think that's where a lot of people struggle with sales and converting leads into sales, because a lot of people do not put that thought behind what is truly in their store. What do you have in your store and why? I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's all pretty good information towards selling, okay? And just the way you're approaching it. Like, are you approaching it with this mindset of, I have to make sales, I'm desperate to make money, like I need this amount of people to buy this, like I'm so worried that people are not going to buy this and it's not gonna... No, slow down, take a breath, okay? You have things of value. It's me repeating myself, but like, there's some of you, I feel like you just need to hear this and you need to practice this. Like, what you have has worth. And if you don't feel that way and you're trying to feel that way and just can't get there, you need to realign your store. You need to rethink what is in your store, what you have. Do you still align with what you have? I got to a point last month, 2 months ago, where a lot of the products and things in my store, I didn't align with them anymore, and they had to go. When I really started focusing on Facebook marketing and teaching, you know, the people that are just done with reels on Instagram and TikTok, and they don't want to do the video content anymore, and they're obsessed with their metrics and they're not seeing growth. That is my audience for come over to Facebook. I only market here. I do it organically. It is the easiest thing I've done marketing wise, and it's made me the most money. Okay. So when I made that shift, there was a lot in my store that just had to go. It had to go. I didn't align with it anymore. And I can't be confident and presenting something that I don't align with just because I want to make money, no matter how bad I want to make money. If we don't align, it's got to go. So sometimes, you know, it really is just going back to basics and, you know, okay, what's in my store? Like, what am I preaching about my brand? What am I saying is important to my business? Is it still important to my business? And make those changes, because just like us as humans, our business is always going to evolve. And you got to check in with that sometimes. I think I've got maybe one product in my store that's been there from the beginning. Everything else is different. So do you have confidence in what you're selling? Do you have the knowledge in what you're selling? I feel like today was a really, really great day full of information and knowledge. But hopefully that helps to somewhat shift. Like if you're coming in here and you're watching this and you've been struggling with sales, I hope that it shifts kind of how you're thinking about what selling is. Selling shouldn't even be called selling. You know, do you have the right mindset? Are you confident in your products? Do you know who you are? Do you know what your brand is? Have you skipped important steps? And if you're gonna try to cheat the system and skip branding and skip engagement and do all, you know, skip all that stuff, okay, I'll see you in a month or two. It's just, I have seen it since I started. People that are new and they want to try this and have like a cheat sheet, you know, and sell out that cheat sheet. It's not ever gonna happen. It's not. You can't bypass the trust system and the journey of trust it takes to get from a customer. I worded that very weird, but you get what I'm saying. And I really am done with lives today now. But I feel like I had a lot to say. Like, I shouldn't take breaks like that too long from doing lives and stuff. Like, I like to come on here and talk to you guys and stuff. But I have a lot of editing that I need to do, content I need to finalize, start planning stuff for October, and all of that jazz. Love you guys!